The safe and efficient handling of our product and merchandising materials, both in the back room and at the shelf, are important to the Kellogg Company. This training will review some of the ways you can avoid lifting-related injuries while at work. The purpose of this video is to identify risks to safe material handling in the back room, identify risks to safe material handling while in store, demonstrate how to lift and move materials properly, challenge you to think outside the box before you lift. As a part of the Kellogg sales team, you are responsible for the safety choices you make in store, in the back room, and on the road. The first safety choice you make is what you do when you enter the store. Take the first 2 to 5 minutes to survey your store without doing any lifting activities. Identify what product will be needed where in the store. Begin to plan out how you will service the store today. Look for additional sales opportunities. The 2 to 5 minutes you take gives your body the opportunity to warm up before you start to lift and handle any product. Please watch this video and complete the learning exercises in their entirety. If you have any questions, be sure to talk to your manager. Thank you, and always be careful so you can sell safely. In this section, we will talk about and demonstrate a variety of lifting tasks you encounter every day. As the employee works this product on the top shelf, they are frequently reaching above their shoulders. This creates additional strain on the upper back and shoulders and can lead to muscle sprains, strains, and rotator cuff damage. Let's take a look at a safer way to complete this task. By standing on a step stool or step ladder, the employee is able to work within the power zone, the vertical area between your upper thighs and shoulders. Working in this zone reduces the amount of strain on your muscles. Also notice that the employee did not overstock the top shelf. Overstocking can lead to employee injury from stretching and customer injuries when boxes fall off the shelving. Now let's take a look at the employee stocking the middle shelf. When working product on the middle shelf, you are able to stay in the power zone, but as you bend over to get the product from your cart, you are at risk of straining your back muscles. This employee demonstrated 2 different methods to ensure you are keeping the product in the power zone. Note that the employee also kept the product close to his body when lifting and moving it. Holding product close to your body and in the power zone helps to reduce the risk of injury by spreading the weight out. Remember, when you are lifting cases from the bottom of your cart, to use all of your muscles. If you bend at the waist when lifting, you greatly increase your chances of having a back injury. There's a 10-to-1 ratio regarding the weight of product in relation to the amount of force your body feels. A 10-pound box can put 100 pounds of strain on your back. Now, let's look at the last activity that we viewed on the sales floor. This Kellogg's employee is putting a tremendous strain on his knees by utilizing the catcher's squat position while working the bottom shelf. This can lead to knee strains or problems with joints in the future. The employee also demonstrated kneeling while working the product on the shelf. Kneeling when working on the bottom shelf is the safest way to complete this task, but care should be taken to protect your knees. The last at-risk activity that this employee is demonstrating is when he gets up from the kneeling position. Rocking back on your heels and jumping again places tremendous strain on the knee. This employee has taken some of the cardboard as a cushion between his knee and the floor. This increases his comfort level while working the lower shelf. The employee is also demonstrating 2 methods for rising from the floor that will reduce the strain on his knees. The first process is to place one hand on top of your thigh. This helps support you while you position the other leg to stand up. The second process is to brace yourself by putting your hand on the shelving while standing up. Make sure that you are bracing yourself against a fixed object that can support you. The same safety process that is used to merchandise an aisle can be used when building an end cap or hutch. As you can see, there are a lot of safety choices you make while working in the store. In addition to the lifting challenges, don't forget to keep your housekeeping around your work area in mind. Keeping the aisle clear and free of slip, trip, or fall hazards helps protect you and the consumer while working and shopping in the aisle. Please take the tips we've talked about and begin to use them each day. As you can see, the changes are easy and they will help keep you safe at work and at home. Thank you, and always be careful so you can sell safely. In this section, we talk about and demonstrate lifting tasks you may encounter in a customer's back room. As the employee unloads this pallet, there are several safety concerns in their movements. Bending at the waist to pick up anything can cause a back strain or sprain. The risk is increased the further away from the body you have to bend and reach to get a product, as the employee is demonstrating as they reach for the back of the pallet. Twisting while moving product from the pallet to the cart can also be a recipe for disaster. This motion puts a strain on your lower back. Lastly, stepping on a pallet can lead to a twisted ankle or other injuries if your foot falls between the slats or the pallet breaks. Let's take a look at a safer way to complete this task. The first step to safely working a pallet of product is to get that pallet in a safe location. Note how the employee has relocated the pallet to an area that allows clear access to 3 sides, and he has positioned the red cart near it. This allows the employee to unload the pallet without having to lean over or step on it. As the employee lifts the boxes to move them to the cart, they follow the proper lifting techniques by not bending at the waist. Another critical safety habit is to not twist when relocating product from one area to another. Observe how this employee moves his feet and pivots as he moves the product from the pallet to the cart. An easy way to remember this safety habit is to make sure your toes follow your nose. As you can see, there are a lot of safety choices you make while working in the back room. Most of what we have discussed is safe lifting and moving of product, but there are other items to consider while working in the retail environment. As you move your product, is the path you are taking free and clear of obstructions? In addition to the lifting challenges, don't forget to maintain the housekeeping around your work area and be aware of potential slip, trip, or fall hazards.